Suppose we get a patient with sudden onset painless vision loss. In case of central retinal artery occlusions, it is unilateral and vision will be counting finger to perception of light, and people will show the RAPD. In the history, we have to inquire about any heart disease and thromboembolic disorders. In case of central retinal vein occlusion, it is also unilateral. Vision is better than 660 and no RAPD will be there in case of non-ischemic varieties. Whereas in case of ischemic varieties, vision is 660 or worse along with RAPD. In case of CRVO, we have to inquire any history of glaucoma or any history of hypertension, as these are the major risk factors. In case of papilledema, patient will tell only few second vision loss in the both eyes. Visual acuity and pupil are normal. For papilledema, we have to inquire any brain disorders like hydrocephalus, or we have to inquire about any recent consumption of drugs. For optic neuritis, vision loss will be for hour to days. It is usually unilateral. In case of optic neuritis, visual acuity is decreased and pupil will show the RAPD, and color vision is also impaired. In case of AION, arthritic ischemic optic neuropathy, patient age will be more than 55 years and it is usually unilateral. And visual acuity is finger counter worse and people will show the RAPD. In case of CSCR, visual acuity will be 6.6 to 6.24. Usually it is unilateral and patient will tell the metamorphopsia. In case of retinal detachment, patient will tell the flashes and floaters as a symptom and curtain falling in front of the eye as a symptom. Whereas in case of vitreous hemorrhage, severe vitreous hemorrhage will obscure the red reflex of the fundus. So based on the symptoms and clinical history, we have to next do the dilatation and fundoscopy of the patient. In case of CRAO, fundus will show the cherry red spot, whereas in this image we are seeing a patent cilio-retinal artery that is supplying the macula. In case of CRVO, entire fundus will show the diffuse intraretinal hemorrhages, typically known as splashed tomato appearance, along with vascular engorgement and tortuosity, along with disc edema. Whereas in case of papilledema, it is bilateral condition, both eye will show the papilledema. Disc margin is blurred along with obscuration of the blood vessels that are entering into the disc. So based on severity, it will be graded into grade 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas in case of papillitis, optic nerve head is affected. There is hyperemia and congestion of the optic nerve head along with flame-shaped hemorrhages. It is commonly affects in children. Whereas in case of retrobulbar neuritis, the disc is normal. Inflammation is behind the eyeball. So most common cause is multiple sclerosis. In case of neuroretinitis, there is inflammation of the disc along with macula involvement. In case of non-arthritic ischemic optic neuropathy, there is hyperemia and edema of the disc will be there. Whereas in case of giant cell arthritis, arthritic ischemic optic neuropathy, there is pallid swelling of the optic disc along with some of the cotton wool spots will be there. In case of CSCR, there is well-defined a transparent blister will be seen. It is localized detachment of the retina. So there is a halo of light reflex will be there and yellowish foveal reflex will be there due to increased visibility of the xanthophyll. Whereas in case of retinal detachment, a tear in the retina along with subretinal fluid accumulation will cause retina to detach from retinal pigment epithelium. In case of vitreous hemorrhage, the hemorrhage in the vitreous will obscure the underlying blood vessel margins that are located in the retina. Whereas if the hemorrhage is in the retina, it can be superficial or deep. If it is superficial, it is flame shaped hemorrhages. If it is deep, dot blood hemorrhages. Investigations for central retinal artery occlusion, carotid Doppler, echocardiography and giant cell arteritis profile. For CRVO, IOP measurement, OCT macula, CBC, diabetic and lipid profile. For papilledema, MRI brain. For optic neuritis, MRI brain with visual field, CBC, SR, AS and chest X-ray for sarcoidosis and infectious etiology and treponemal tests. And CACR, OCT macula, FFA for RD and vitreous hemorrhage, ultrasound B scan. Treatment in case of CRAO, ocular massage and decrease the IOP by AC paracensis and tablet acetazolamide 500 mg. If embolus is seen, refer to neurology. If giant cell artery is the diagnosis, treat accordingly. For CRVO, if there is macular edema, intravitreal ranibizumab 0.5 mg. If neovascularization iris is there, panretinal photocoagulation, reduce the IOP and treat underlying medical disorders. For optic neuritis, if there is demyelination on MRI, methylprednisolone 1 gram per day IV 3 days, then 1 milligram per kg per oral for 11 days, then taper prednisolone over 4 days. And refer to neurology, review after 4 to 6 weeks. If AION is there and GCI is diagnosis, methylprednisolone 250 mg IV 6 hourly for 12 doses and then prednisolone 80 to 100 mg per oral daily should be given.